Hello, good people. I greet you once again. Thank you for being on this space. I remain your friend Fidel de Castro. May the Lord bless you who is watching me. Today, I have a very interesting topic which is also worrisome. The person of Honourable Doguwa. He was one time the leader of the House of Representatives in Kano State, and he is currently the chair of the board of patrons of Benue for Tinubu. He's a member of the All Progressive Congress. He has been called out because he threatened the electorate in Kano State, saying, if you don't vote for APC, we will deal with you, we shall deal with you. This statement is really not an easy one, and in a democratic dispensation, such statement must not be tolerated. This is why oftentimes, as an advocate of good governance, I keep saying it. In the Nigeria of today, we must learn to entrench democracy at all levels. We must learn to entrench justice and fairness. People must be allowed to do what pleases them. People must be allowed to vote their choice in the time of election, and not compelling them and threatening them. He has been called out, and he tries to change this very statement to mean something else. Without for the benefit of that, for those of you who haven't seen this video, I'm going to allow you to see this video for yourself and go nowhere. We shall analyze more on this very statement. God bless you.
Because of time, we have some ground to cover. Honourable Doguwa, I'll need to come in now because of time. And when you said that 8 years is not enough, I wonder if your party were to win yet again, you say maybe the time is not enough, because these were terms and conditions that you did not tell Nigerians originally when you were campaigning pre-2015 that, 8 years would not be enough. But I'd like to speak to something that touches at your person and by extension your party. You recently in a video asked people to vote for APC, or you deal with them. And those were your words. You spoke in Hausa language. But interpretation is that you sort of swore and said that on election day, the people must vote for APC or you will deal with them. And I'd like to know, why did you threaten violence on the electorate in such a manner?
My good brother, that is not a threat. And we never threaten our electorates. What you don't know about Kano State is one very special political space. We have our special semantics in politics. We have the shenanigans we use during campaign and electioneering campaign. Kano State is an aggressive state in terms of politics, of ideology. Kano State, we have our own way of approaches when you come to campaign. You must employ and use what you ginger your people. This is what we call political sloganeering. This is what we call political semantics and political rhetorics. And you cannot stop sloganeering in Kano politics. We have inherited this time immemorial. Asking people to vote for APC or we deal with them simply means what you can call shenanigans, political brouhaha, which we make simply to ginger our supporters, to let them feel that, oh, we are on ground and we will get it right. I never meant to intimidate. I never meant to threaten any of my voters. I'm a reasonable person. I have been in election processes for the past 32 years, and I have never used threat or intimidation to win my election.
As we wind down quickly,
you cannot
Honourable,
take away political shenanigans. You cannot take away political brouhaha.
As we wind down,
you cannot take away political sloganeering in Nigeria's politics. Let me give you one example.
You made the point.
Let me give you one example.
Let me give you
one good example.
We're just 30 seconds away.
One good example.
Honourable, I need to actually wind down on
the
program. We are actually constricted by time.
One good example, please.
I know that the Electoral Act 2022 does not recognize shenanigans and brouhaha. In fact, if you look at section 93, it says that a party, candidate, aspirant, or person or group of persons shall not directly or indirectly threaten any person with the use of force or violence during any political campaign in order to compel that person or any other person to support or refrain from supporting a political party or candidate. In fact, he goes on to prescribe the punishment, says maximum fine of 1 million naira or imprisonment for a term of 12 months. I just want you to answer yes or no. Can Nigerians take this as the threat from your party at large as well?
Nigerians should not take this as a threat. is part of our political shenanigans and brouhaha. This is what you call the highlights of political democracy in Kano politics, and you cannot rule that out.
Well, Honourable Doguwa, we have to run now, but the choice is for the electorate to make, especially when...
Well, I'm happy with what the journalist said in the end, that the choice is for the electorate to make. You know, the young man is busy trying to convince us that the statement he made is part of his or their political shenanigans. And for those of you who do not understand or who do not know what political shenanigan is or what the word shenanigan is a secret or dishonest activity. It's simply an act of maneuvering. So when you insist that is a political shenanigan, it, in other words, means is a way of maneuvering the people, is a way of compelling the people to vote for your party or Progressive Congress. I believe such activity should not be condoned in the democratic dispensation of our nation. The democracy must survive. Therefore, I join my voice with the good lovers of democracy and good lovers of good governance, that politicians must desist. And I also equally enjoin INEC. I call on INEC to begin to take drastic measures on politicians who are engaging on these, callous activities, using political ways of political shenanigans to compel people to vote for their political party. This is not acceptable. I remain your friend, Fidel De Castro. I want to tell you that Nigeria is for all of us, and we must do all we can to usher in new governance, to usher in new leaders. We must do all we can within our reach to make sure that we vote in people who are capable, people who still have a human heart, that can take this country to the promised land where we all admire. God bless you and see you sooner again. Bye for now.